right now, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm still out here moving wood. There's a whole lot of wood I gotta move, and I threw a bunch of green wood on top of this pile, so it keeps falling down in my way, and then I move it over, then I'm gonna have to move it again. I'm not sure how else to handle that because it's like a little sprinkling on the toppings there. It's just it's right in the way of where I need to be. So that's a little bit of a problem, but even if they do get a couple pieces of that green wood, I think a lot of it is maple, a little bit of oak in there, but we still have all of August, all of September, some of October, so it'll have almost 3 months to dry, even if they get a few pieces of it. So that's the good news. But just as I have suspected now, the tree service called and they have gotten a hold of the new owners of this wood lot, and they may be able to work out some type of lease in the future for some period of time. And I kind of thought that was going to happen as soon as I started moving all this wood. I said this may not even be worth doing right now, but so it's looking like there's a chance we might be able to stay here for some period of time. I don't know if that'll be through the end of the year or what, but it could be years before they decide to develop this place. I'm not real sure, but I think a developer bought it. So anyways, I might as well sell the wood now. I got all this wood sold. If I want to go ahead and sell it, I can, but it's a question of making the money now or making the money later, and I just figure I told the guys I was going to be bringing it, so I bring several loads and go ahead and make a little money. But I do also want to be making wood for the future, and I'm so busy delivering wood right now, I don't have time to make it. It's 92, 95 degrees every day, so I'm trying to get out and work for, 4 hours or so before the sun gets crazy. And that's about, if I deliver a cord or two of wood, that's about all I can do. I did 2 cords the other day, and my butt was tired. I was out of water. I went through 4 t-shirts. So anyways, that's what's going on. I figured I'd just do a little recording here of me loading this wood and make a little video out of it today. Hopefully I remember to make a video of the final delivery. We've already been to this place before, but and we'll probably be there again. I'll probably go ahead and do a little recording of the stack when I'm done. And he said he'll buy all of this, so I'll probably bring him a good 5 or 6 loads, which is a cord a piece, and see how we stand at that point in time. So go ahead, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, like the video, do what you gotta do. I'm gonna load this wood. All right now, everybody, I got that wood loaded up. That's 2.5 ricks of wood, and I was just thinking, here's a good example of that grayed out wood. You can see where there was a piece laying on top of it, and it's striped there. And again, I'm not trying to harp on this. I just think it's interesting more than anything else, because I was wondering if it was the sun or the water. And I just feel like this was laying with logs loosely laying across it diagonal right there. During a heavy thunderstorm or something, that would still get soaked with water. But you can clearly see where the sun has been hitting it and bleaching it out. And then that water comes and washes away the damaged material and kind of accelerates it a little bit. So there's a good example of that. There was a couple of them in here. The one underneath it's got it too. But that's 2.5 ricks of wood. Again, in this trailer, one rick is 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, so that comes to here, and we're well up over the rail. So all of that, if you shave that off on top, is extra. Then we got 1.5 rows of extra here, and it's also over the rails. And then in the truck, one rick is basically level with that bed rail in there, and it fits in that F-150 pretty good. And I put that in there kind of like a puzzle. I didn't just throw it in real loose and fluffy with a lot of air. If there was pieces that were kind of stacked up like Lincoln logs, I straightened them out and put them flat in the little creases and the little holes and everything. So it's packed in tight, and you can see it's well above the bed rails. So we got 2.5 ricks of wood here, and I'm still working on this pile. I didn't realize how much damn wood I've been making this year, but that's still quite a bit of truckloads of wood, and I've been all down through here. All the way to there is what I've emptied out so far. And then I got all of that left, and it goes all the way around that other side over there. So it's still quite a bit of wood. And it's drying out very nicely. Like I said, I do have some wet stuff right on top of the pile, which is kind of causing me problems. I just keep throwing it aside, and eventually I will get to it, I guess. And I had a couple bad pieces here. I don't want to sell something like that. That's really gotten funky. Don't know what's wrong with that. You know, wood does weird stuff. When it breaks down and it starts dying, that fungus gets in there. So we got a weird one there. I'm not going to sell that. Probably just throw that one away unless it makes it back to my house for my own burn pile there. And there's another piece of wet wood there. I'm just kind of throwing it out of the way, and that's a piece there. I didn't want to sell that. I'll burn it. If it makes it back to my house, I have no problem burning that. So anyways, we're still out here working on this wood. And I got the flash on this camera. Not sure how I look. I am disgusting right now. I'm soaking wet, didn't shower or anything. Just wanted to get out here and move some wood. So anyways, I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Hang in there and take it easy. We'll see you later. All right, I got that wood unloaded. We're at 2 cords up here so far this year, and I could bring quite a few more. I did bring some pallets for this gentleman and set them down. He's such a good customer, but I don't know if I can keep moving my pallets because I might need them. If I can find more pallets, I'd like to bring more pallets and put them down in front here for this next section, because that really keeps it up off the ground. You can see he's just got it on the ground here. And that wood will burn. He's got he does plenty of burning. He's got a big old fire pit right over here. Plus he has indoor fireplaces and that type of thing. So that wood on the ground will burn in the fire pit, no problem. But I hate to see it go to waste like that and rot and get down in that mud. So I don't know, if I can find some pallets, I might try to bring them. I hate to put it in the dirt like that. But that's just kind of the system we got here. So I'll move on down and show you what we got here. This is all some good burning wood. That's all really nice. That big old pin oak tree we did last winter, and maple. There's all kinds of, a little bit of everything we've been doing's in there. So that's what we got going so far. A couple cords up here, and gonna just keep bringing them here in the coming month or two here, and get it finished off so this gentleman can have some wood. And here we are now moving on to this next delivery. They got a nice 4-month-old puppy there, little doggo running around, and a nice cherry tree. We'll talk about that here shortly, but here's the wood. Now, that was a cord of wood, and he's got some metal runners down underneath to keep it up off the ground a little bit, which is good there. Just little metal A-frame type sheet metal stuff under there, and that's that nice cord of wood. Now, if you look at the back side of this massive cherry tree, it's got some structural damage. It looks like it may have been struck by lightning or something, and it's got a big scar running across it, and the bugs are probably working on that wood. So he said he might end up having to take that thing down, and that'll be a lot of good burning wood, but there will be a little rot in that wood. All right now everybody, it's really hot out today, and I just delivered a cord of wood, and I got some fresh tomatoes this time. So I can't eat that many tomatoes alone, so I'm gonna make a nice pizza sauce out of it. So I got all of these tomatoes, and I'm just gonna blanch them in some water here, and then grind them all up and cook them and try to make a pizza sauce. So that's what I'm up to today. I'll let you know how it comes out maybe later. So here's the finished product now. I got these tomatoes from the same gentleman that had that cute little doggo puppy and that massive cherry tree. He brought me a big, huge grocery sack of tomatoes, and I just can't eat that many tomatoes. So I put this through a whole process, and I thought about making a video now on this pizza sauce, but at the time I didn't think it was that important. But man, it came out so good. It was awesome. I did add, I don't know, there was 2 or 3 or 4 Roma tomatoes that I had, and I put some tomato paste in it and just cooked it up with some Italian seasoning and garlic and onion powder and salt and a little sugar, and man, it came out really good. So I had a great pizza.